Thokozani, it's me, Timsile Ramasodi Wagamkwena, Jehovah Jireh, Nuka Ipalang. So this is my second video that I'm doing, and I'm doing this video because I was requested to do a video on depression on the comment section on my last video that I made. Now, I've been sitting and pondering, where do I even begin? How do I even start to tackle this conversation? Mind you, first of all, as a disclaimer, I am not a psychologist, I am not a life coach. I am just a woman who's been through a lot, who's seen a lot. And hard times hit all of us that I do appreciate a lot. But also this topic is very close to my heart, not only from my own experiences, but earlier on in the year, I actually lost a friend. Not a close friend, but a friend, a person that you could have a random conversation with online, a person that I thought and I assumed was very strong because I know that she went through a lot as well. And I lost her to suicide. And it made me think. I had to sit back for a little while and just think, how is it possible that she had a whole community of people who loved and cared about her, and had kids too, but still took her life? It didn't make sense to me, but it happened. So much so rather, um, that I can pick up moments in my experience where when that day comes, sometimes it's not just a day, it's more than just one day. Sometimes it can even be a week of darkness where you don't see the light, where you don't see the purpose, where honestly death is like the only answer to the feeling that you're having at that time. So I even came up with the term of saying that I am a person who functions in depression. Um, I've never sought professional help. I've never felt the need to do so because I think to a certain extent, because of my spiritual gift, it is layers and layers and layers of previous traumas that I've been through, but also the trauma of the people that I work with, and also understanding that life is not easy. And it is those dark times that when you are able to pull yourself out of, that make you stronger. But in that saying, also being very careful in understanding that being a strong person does not mean you don't break. It does not mean you don't get sad. It does not mean you don't need help sometimes, you know? And in my life experience, in my journey as a mother, as a sister, as a child, as a colleague, as a healer, it's easy for people to assume that you're okay when you're not. So let's talk about not being okay. Do you know when you're not okay? Do we understand that it's okay not to be okay? Because sometimes you need to take time out. We are living in a fast-paced life where what you see on the exterior, we want to internalize it, um, make it seem as if everything is good even when it's not. So I want to take the stance because depression is a whole chapter on its own. I am being pushed as a healer right now to take the stance of correcting our behavior, um, in a sense that, number one, it's okay for you not to feel okay. Number two, it's acceptable uh, for you to go through whatever that you're going through in the moment that you're going through it. And number three, how do you make a way for you to be able to get through those dark moments? Having a system. What is that system? Surrounding yourself with the type of people that you can actually go to when you are having those moments. Accepting the fact that you can't get through everything by yourself. Sometimes you need help. You need to reach out. If you feel that people around you are going to judge you, find a neutral person. You know, I love and I hate social media at the same time, but it's amazing how you can have conversations with complete strangers and actually be able to take a load off of yourself. Um, so what I'm basically saying is that you need to have a plan. You know that that day is gonna come, because days like that are there every single day. There are opportunities for your trauma to be triggered every single day. Hence, I said that depression is a whole chapter on itself. Um, Maybe an expert would actually be needed, but it will probably just be in describing the symptoms to be able to identify a person that has depression. But I'm saddened by the fact that I lost someone that I knew and I was available, but they could not even, in that moment, that's how dark that moment was for them. They could not even reach out to me and say, Tembi, I need help. Have a system. Find people around you that you can talk to, where you can be able to express yourself and not allow yourself to be consumed by negative energy. Because energy is all around us. There's good energy, there's bad energy all around us. It's about also making a decision to be better and to get better. I remember there was a time where, after a period of darkness that I went through, I decided to do a voice note to myself. In that voice note, I remind myself to say that these days are there and they come also often every now and then, but they're not the ultimate. To remind myself that I am strong enough to get through and to go through them, that I am better than those moments, that it is in those moments that I need to start to find healing, to understand that it's not the end of the world. So there's a lot that can be said about depression. There's a lot that we can go into. But I urge you to say that when they when that dark day comes, have a system. Have people you can talk to. Send an inbox, DM somebody, call someone. Even if you just call and then you just cry. But take care of yourself. Light a candle. Talk to God. Talk to your ancestors. Talk to your angels. Give yourself a break. Life is hard enough. You don't have to make it worse for yourself. With that said, love and light always. Believe in yourself. Know that God is not far from you. God is right within you. You just have to look within. We are all going through something. The world is not great right now, but every bit of support that you can give to someone is another chain reaction of support that you can give to your own self. Because by what we give out to the universe will send back to us. So, with that said, again, light a candle, say your prayers, and believe that tomorrow will definitely be a better day. Makos.